Atlantic Television Network. Welcome to Global News. First, the highlights. Edo State government to train 800 youths on digital skills. Senate probes failing railway operations. Federal government budgets 13 billion naira for arms procurement. Federal government distributes free seeds, fertilizers to farmers. Kyiv receives 1,000 bodies from Russia. CAF rejects Morocco's protest against Senegal. Court remands Angela for allegedly defaming Mercy Johnson. The state government has concluded plans to train 800 youths in digital skills to prepare them for future challenges. The State Commissioner for Education, Dr. Padi Iyamu, who disclosed this in Benin at the flag-off of his 6-month advanced job-ready tech skills training, urged students to take advantage of the opportunity, saying it would enhance their tech skills and make them globally relevant. Iyamu said the state government was committed to empowering youths with the latest digital skills to prepare them for the future, and the government was also ready to support youths who are determined to achieve their dreams, stressing that for the digital skills drive, the governor had approved the revamp of the state's tech hub, and no fewer than 25 computer-based test centers were about to be created for the purpose. At the event, Ms. Elizabeth Chiketaruba, a 400-level mechatronics engineering student of the University of Benin, exhibited a modern solar-powered tricycle invented by her, stressing that her experience in a traffic jam compelled her to invent the machine, disclosed that it has the ability to charge phones, power a home, and be used by barbers. Impressed by the invention, Iyamu declared a 1 million naira support for the student on behalf of the state government and urged students to think outside the box and remain innovative. Abia State government has warned criminal elements not to test the security capability of the state, adding that the protection of lives and property of its citizens remains its top priority. The warning was given after the January 26th edition of the Abia State Monthly Security Council meeting, presided by Governor Alex Oti. Special advisor to Governor Alex Oti on security matters, Navy Commander McDonald Oba, retired, declared that Abia is safe and secure. The retired security officer urged Abia citizens to go about their lawful businesses without fear and to report suspicious activities. The security meeting was attended by all heads of security agencies and paramilitary organizations working in Abia. Commissioner of Police in Anambra State, CP Ikoye Orutugu, has led the enforcement of security operatives at the Onitsha main market to enforce the one-week closure ordered by the state governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo. This is coming after Soludo ordered the closure of the Onitsha main market for 1 week following traders' failure to comply with the state government directive to disregard the Monday sit-at-home order, and gave the directive on Monday during an on-site visit to the market, along with some of his aides and other government officials. As a result of the directive, on Tuesday, the market was barricaded by security agencies, where hundreds of security personnel were seen around the area, while armored personnel carriers Hilux vans were used to block strategic locations across the market, and the security personnel prevented traders and any other person from moving into the market. However, speaking on Thursday during the reinforcement exercise at the market, the CP said his presence is to further reinforce public order, safety and confidence across the metropolis and its environs, and the visit is an assessment tour to personally supervise and evaluate the deployment of police-led joint security forces at strategic locations within Onitsha. As the one-week closure ordered by the state governor Soludo on Monday enters day 2, some traders, including residents, blocked the road leading to the head bridge for several minutes following the directive, before the police-led team came to disperse them. Anambra State government has directed all categories of schools in the state to ensure full resumption of academic activities on Mondays, warning that non-compliant schools will be shut down. Commissioner for Education Professor Ngozo Chuma who disclosed this in a statement on Thursday. Orca said the circular conveying the directive had already been issued to school authorities, and the order applies to all public, private, mission and return schools across the state. This development follows the move by the Soludo administration to end the closure of schools, markets and businesses on Mondays over the sit-at-home originally declared by the indigenous people of Biafra to protest the detention of their leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is coming after the Anambra State government had issued an executive order abolishing the closure of schools on Mondays over the sit-at-home, warning that any teacher or non-tutorial staff who fails to comply will either receive 20% of their salary or forfeit it entirely. All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, has unveiled its provisional timetable for the 2026 local government primary elections in Anambra State. A statement issued on Thursday in Awka by its National Publicity Secretary, Mazi Ejimo for Opara, the party said the schedule was approved in accordance with APGA's constitution and the calendar of the Anambra State Independent Electoral Commission. The timetable indicates that the sale and submission of expression of interest and nomination forms will take place at APGA's Awka Regional Secretariat from January 27 to February 6, while screening of chairmanship and councillorship aspirants is set for February 7 to 11 across all 21 local government areas and 326 wards. Appeals arising from the screening process will be addressed on February 13, while ward congresses to elect councillorship candidates and ad hoc delegates are scheduled for February 14. APGA has set the cost of chairmanship forms at 6 million naira and councillorship forms at 600,000 naira, adding that female aspirants and persons with disabilities will pay half of the amount, while calling on prospective candidates to strictly follow the prescribed guidelines and electoral regulations. The Lagos State government has launched a comprehensive initiative to identify, document and formalize all informal land spaces across the state as part of efforts to curb misuse, unlock economic value and boost revenue generation. A statement by the Lagos State government said the initiative was unveiled at a stakeholders meeting hosted by the Lagos State Valuation Office in Alausa. Speaking at the meeting, the Permanent Secretary Office of Physical Planning, Olumide Shochire, said informal land spaces across Lagos had been largely abused, stressing that the government was taking deliberate steps to reclaim and restore them. He also said Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu had approved the engagement of Octagon Multi-Projects as a consulting firm for the statewide exercise, which will involve all ministries, departments and agencies, while the director of the Lagos State Valuation Office, as ESV Dr. Adekule Awolaja, described the initiative as a major step towards optimizing land use in the state, adding that his office remained committed to delivering on its statutory mandate. The Lagos State Valuation Office said the initiative would strengthen investment growth and improve long-term revenue prospects for the state. Lagos State Police Command has denied claims that its officers shot at residents protesting the demolition of their homes, insisting no gun was fired during Wednesday's demonstration. Protesters from communities including Makoko, Oworonshoki, Owode Onirin and Okobaba marched to the Lagos State House of Assembly demanding proper relocation plans, compensation and justice for residents who reportedly lost their lives during past demolition exercises. This is coming after tensions escalated at the Lagos State House of Assembly in Alausa when demonstrators were denied entry. According to the report, several people, including journalists and a nursing mother, were affected by tear gas fired to disperse the crowd. One protester sustained a leg injury. Responding to the report, Lagos State Commissioner of Police Jimo Olorundare, the police sought to resolve the situation peacefully and also dismissed reports of bullet wounds reportedly sustained by one of the protesters, adding that the case was reported to the area commander, who inspected the injury and determined that it was not caused by a bullet. Accord Party in Osun State has confirmed the successful uploading of Governor Ademola Adeleke as its duly nominated candidate for the August 8, 2026 governorship election. A statement by its chairman, Pastor Victor Akande, on Thursday in Oshogbo said the confirmation followed the completion of documentation and submission processes with the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, which now lists Adeleke as Accord's candidate for the poll. Akande said the development marked a significant milestone in the party's preparations for the election, adding that the confirmation had addressed questions surrounding its nomination process ahead of the 2026 governorship contest scheduled by INEC, while the party viewed the development as an affirmation of its compliance with electoral guidelines and procedures governing candidate nominations. He also acknowledged the support received by the party and its candidate from residents and members across the state since the commencement of preparations for the election and also called on residents of voting age to ensure they were registered with INEC and had obtained their permanent voter cards in readiness for the August 8, 2026 election. World Bank has commended the Ogun State government for its sustained investment in primary health care, describing it as a critical foundation for building the state's human capital and securing its future. The World Bank Vice President for Operations Policy and Country Services, Galina Vinslet, gave the commendation in a statement on Thursday during a visit to Makun Primary Health Care Center in Shagamu local government area of the state. Vinslet said the Makun Health Care Center in Shagamu is one of the 75 primary health care facilities in the state upgraded by the World Bank under the Impact Project, and the facility represents more than bricks and mortar, but a deliberate effort to strengthen Nigeria's healthcare delivery in a sustainable way, while the impact of such investments goes beyond immediate healthcare outcomes. The World Bank Vice President also said strong primary health health centers remain the backbone of any resident health system, and commended the attention given to infrastructure and staff welfare at the facility, describing it as impressive and well thought out. Kuka further said the provision of solar-powered lighting would also strengthen routine immunization and child health delivery, describing the Makun facility as one of the beneficiaries of the intervention. Ekiti State government has approved 76.6 million naira as vehicle and housing loans for primary school teachers in the state, and the approval comprises vehicle loans for 49 teachers and housing loans for 72 beneficiaries. The chairman of the Ekiti State Universal Basic Education Board, Professor Femi Akunwumi, said the gesture was part of Governor Biodun Oyebanji's administration's commitment to improving teachers' welfare and boosting their morale. A statement issued in Nado Kitty on Thursday said incentives for educators were critical to the delivery of free and quality basic education. This is coming after the Subeb chairman said the state government had earlier disbursed 200 million naira under the revolving loan scheme to enable more teachers to benefit from the program, and also commended the governor for his commitment to the education sector, particularly in the areas of infrastructure, development, manpower, and staff welfare. He urged beneficiaries to utilize the loans judicially